have to have an entrepreneurial mindset, because even if like you're in your 60s, you're fit, you're strong, you're healthy, you might want to earn a small income, but also not just stay in your house and retire. You might
Yeah.
want to do something fun.
Yeah, and also exactly that. And I just say to people, if it's something you enjoy doing or you're good at, it
Yeah,
just makes it so much easier.
yeah,
And it's one of those, like, again, where I work with a lot of people in all various stages of their life. I've got people now who are sort of retiring. It's only now they're like, oh, I'm retiring so I can start painting my art that I've always wanted to do. I'm like,
yeah,
why did you wait till you're retired to do it though? You
yeah,
could start doing that on the weekends or the evenings or whatever it is. And obviously, the end goal is to do it full time. And yes, you've got to do your boring job in the meantime so you can get to that point. But
yeah,
you're going out on time to build traction. You don't want to, at 60, just be going out into the art world and just starting to paint. You did it here and there throughout the 30s and 40s. You'd already have maybe a couple of people have bought your art or seen your work, or do you know what I mean? You've already built up that connection and the network of people. So
yeah.
again, and I just think when you enjoy it, you don't mind doing it. You don't see it as, oh, I've got to spend my Friday night painting. It's, oh, I get to spend my Friday night painting
Yeah,
because you, and then
yeah,
you don't see it as a chore. And when you're doing something that's making you some money and you enjoy doing it, what's not to love?
yeah. I mean, I know people who do that with music. They have a full-time job, and then in the evenings they go to gigs and they get paid a little bit of money to perform on stage because that's what they love doing.
They
Um,
don't see that as a job. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, one day they'd love for that to be their job full time.
yeah.
The only
But
way
I
they'll
think,
get there is if they
one thing I've
go.
realized, I think a lot of us are misled that you can make a full income from being like an artist or this and that. I don't, most artists I know actually haven't managed to. I think I was reading Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson is, who we think of. When you think of Pamela Anderson, she's the top of her game, but she tells you she lived broke most of her life. And I think it's only now that we're realizing that just because they had a hit song in the 90s, they managed to live off of that. Everybody,
Yeah,
majority of people, if they're an actor, they've had to have various different jobs. Even if they were famous, it's only
yeah.
few that become Idris Elba or Beyonce. You know what I mean?
Yeah, where they can just fully concentrate on that one sole thing alone. And again, I think also it goes back to that money mindset of, if you're Pamela Anderson and you've done your one Baywatch movie or whatever it is, and you're like, this is it, I can spend my money, I don't have to worry about it, you can then very quickly still be broke,
Yeah,
because it's very true. Like, the more money you earn, the more things you find to spend it on. So
yeah.
it's not like, oh, I just need that one big paycheck and that's me. You kind
Mhm,
of got to change that mindset. And one of my favorite was Serena Williams,
mhm.
amazing woman, but she has started her own angel investing company where she invests in predominantly female only companies. 30 of them are now worth over £1 billion. She didn't
Wow.
need to do that because her tennis, I'm sure, maybe could have funded her whole life. She didn't need to, but she had the mindset of, I need, just, I've earned a lot of money, but I want generational wealth. I want my kids to still be
Mm,
benefiting from this. Well, what do I need to do?
mm.
Invest, grow it, diversify, find streams of income that, if she can never play tennis again and all of her tennis money goes, she knows she's got other streams of income coming in.
I hadn't heard that. I think she's always had that mindset because I remember when she was opening nail salons because she had a passion for nails. I think a lot of artists, I think recently I saw Taraji P. Henson breaking down because she said, I cannot afford to be an actor. And so she started her own hair care line. And you see even someone like Beyonce who's like, you know what, we don't sell physical albums anymore. I make all of my money from touring. And apparently, even if you make all of your money from touring and you're a billionaire, you don't feel
So
you don't feel
that's
secure.
why she has the Ivy Park clothesline. She's just brought out a new hairline because she wants to diversify. She knows she doesn't want to be up on stage for the rest of her life, and that money can go.
Yeah,
So that's
we don't
Rihanna.
realize that. So where are we even in this scheme? Do you know what I mean? We need to be thinking. We do need that entrepreneurial mindset and not to just think like a consumer. I heard a line recently. I can't remember who said this, But they said most of us own Apple products, but we don't own Apple shares.
Yeah.
And how dumb that was.
Yeah.
So I
But
think,
as you say, it's because we're all in a consumer mindset. And I think the other mindset we all fall in is we disqualify ourselves from arenas we're very overqualified or deserve to be in, the investing world. I've got an iPhone, but I can't afford to invest in Apple. You can afford £1,000 iPhone, or you can afford 50 quid 1 month, or your birthday money, or your Christmas money, or whatever it was, your 100 quid in the year. Just buy 100 quid of Amazon stock or Apple stock and don't touch it.
oh, for sure, I think Amazon definitely. I need to know more. Well, let's start doing this a bit more regularly. You're now our second time guest.
Love it. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, I'm really excited to have had you back.
And it's like, no matter where you are on your journey, some people, never invested, saved, or anything like that before. Some people are earning loads, but spending loads. It's always a daunting place to be. It's always a topic that's not really spoken about enough. So, yeah, I'm just hoping we can sort of get rid of some of that anxiety, worries. We are all sort of in the same boat here. There's always maybe more we could be doing, ways we could be saving better, investing better, whatever it is, taxes we can be paying a bit less on. But all we've got to start doing is, if we understand it, getting the right money mindsets, then things start falling into place, and it's not so much of a daunting world. No one is ever exactly where they want to be. There's always a bit more we want, or a bit extra income, or whatever that is. But it's just understanding the steps that need to be taken, and it's a journey. So buckle up and enjoy the ride.